Hey, day 6. It's actually day 7. It's past midnight. You ever have one of those days? 94 days to go. I woke up early. I had a lot of things to do. I had a big event to go to, so I'm still dressed up in it, and wow, I'm more excited than anything. It was probably one of the biggest days. It's almost like a historical event. Um, and I don't want to get into my personal life, but it's one of these things that took days and days and days of planning. And I was so excited last night I couldn't sleep. I put in a lot of time to make it successful. And my needs got put aside for the past couple days. And I'm still achieving success in my journey. But the decisions become difficult. Like I missed breakfast because I couldn't sleep. Because I think I've been to bed around 3 in the morning. And I get hyper like that. When I have events, that's just who I am. I get so excited, your brain goes and goes and goes. And I sometimes wonder if that brain activity has anything to do with the level of how much we beat ourselves up and eat. And, I'm trying to always figure out why. And so then I had to take a trip to town because I had to do some things. And I still didn't even get the things I wanted. I needed some milk and, things for the house. That tomorrow's Sunday. And these things get harder to find when you live in a remote area such as I do. And then I had to eat out. And it's like, what do you do? And I had to laugh because when I was told that 21 years ago, I had to see a nutritionist, which I did for 2 years because I had to figure out how to eat well because I was a bad diabetic. I was an insulin-dependent diabetic, and I had bruises all on my belly and on my legs. And it's a time when you had to warm your own needles and mix them together and store them in the fridge. And when I had a snapshot of what that lifestyle was, to have a whole cupboard devoted to your needles and your swabs, and you had to have a fridge. And when I traveled, I had to have a fridge for my insulin, and then I had to carry my lunch with me. So if I wanted to go to an event, I had to carry that. So I had a snapshot 22 years ago of what being an insulin-dependent diabetic would be. And not that people might not find it hard, but when you're active like me, you got to plan for it, you got to take for it. It's a little bit burden when you want your freedom. And I guess I'm trying to speak from the heart. It's late here, and so I had that. So when I think about my nutritionist, I needed a French fry. I was going to allow myself to eat a French fry. But we didn't go there because it was storming, and we knew it wasn't storming where we lived. So I had to get a ride because my car was unavailable. And so we stopped at one place, and it's just like there's drama in people's lives. And not that it was a bad drama, but it's just crazy life drama. We had to go for another place to eat. And I said, okay, well, as long as I eat, and then as long as I eat good. And there's things you can do if you're stuck in a situation, because there are healthier choices to make. And what I chose was probably a batter choice. Batter. I'm going to use the word batter. A worse choice. I should have had the chili. Chili is something you can eat on the outside, and you don't have to eat the whole bowl. You can eat half and save half for later. Depends on the size of it, right? There is all about portions. And I ended up getting quiche. And I hadn't had quiche in 11 years, and it was their special. It sounded so good. It didn't come with a bun. I didn't get dessert. I had a coffee because I try to have like 1 cup of coffee a day, and I didn't have my 1 cup. And I'm still adding to the money jar, which is what I'm going to share when I can convert what I owe it, because I'm going to give myself $2 a day that I'm not buying my coffee. So, and I think that's pretty cool because I'm going to have $200 at the end of this. And that's going to be my treat. The money I save from coffee. So I had this quiche, and it's a crust. You don't have to eat the crust, but you don't have to eat the rim of the crust. And I took a bite of the rim before. I said, oh my God, I'm not supposed to eat that, because you got to try to make the best of whatever situation you're in. And as hard as it is, you don't have to give in. And today I did give in. It is not that I'm getting weaker. It's just that my life is just that hard. And so that's why I went through so many nutritionists. And I said, my life, you wouldn't believe how busy it is. A lot of people think I do nothing. It's quite the opposite. I don't have any time for myself. And I've talked to a lot of people. If you're a doer, it's doers that get stuck doing everything, and because you're the one that can get it done. And so they say you bring it on yourself, and I thinking, well, I can agree somewhat. And somewhat, people don't need my permission. Everybody says it's a good idea. They can do it themselves. So if you need help, I'm here to give advice. And so I'm very careful about what I do because I like what I do, and I like to have more freedom to do what I enjoy. And so then the day went to where I was planning some music tonight, and oh, there's the tree. That's little Christmas is done now. That I couldn't even take that down today. I got to take the timer off that tree because that's supposed to already be down. So it's going to be down tomorrow, and my place is a mess. The dishes are out. The compost is out. I had to look for things for tonight's event. So I got to put this stuff back in the room, and everything went fine because I had to get what I had to get through today. And so I got stuff all over my bed. My life is getting worse, not better at this point, but I said that's okay because I knew it was okay, that I knew it would be a mess. So when other people are complaining about their place being a mess, I said, but that's okay. I'm going to tell you something about housework. It's very loyal. It's going to wait for you. So I think you're going to wait another day because I just need to get through today. And I'm still smiling about it because you know what? It's like I could. Usually I have my chores every evening, but tonight we're so late and it's not going to happen. I'll get up early. I'm kind of like a morning person anyway because I got more energy and I don't mind doing it in the morning. So as long as you got to find out what your thing is and if you don't know, give it a try and got to realize that could change. You know, if you're tired, sleep, that kind of stuff. So after I got that, I actually indulged in a some me time on Facebook, knowing I had to do this, but I was already committed. It was a paid event that I paid for, so I won twice, and that was pretty exciting. And I won't bore you with those details, but I had a very full day, and then I had some stuff that I'm not supposed to have. When I went to this event, there was one of the ladies had some cookies, so I did have some cookies, but I didn't eat enough to for that to hurt me. Because once in a while, sometimes like you just hit skid row with the food, and you got to try to see your way through. You can have it because you got to think about what is a meal. And I got to this point where I'm just kind of running on the go with food, and if I had planned for it, I could have made healthier choices, but I didn't prep. And tomorrow's my day to prep, and I've been asked to go to another event tomorrow. And I said, all right, okay. They said, we came to your event, you got to come to mine. It's like, okay. So it's another one of those days. So I'm going to try harder to get my stuff done and go to the event, and I'll probably try to get this done before I go. And so I'm going to be enjoying tomorrow too. And I like how difficult it is to journal 100 days. I knew it would be. But that's why I said, well, the day's gone. There's no way I could have done it. So it's okay that it's done now. So your life is going to be that way. And I'm thinking I'm going to plan better. I looked at, I hopped on the scale. I'm a little bit obsessed with this point of the journey because sometimes you can kind of guess what's going to happen. So right now where it's a start, that's like your best stuff. If you're on, which I'm kind of off, and I'll beat myself up for that, that's where you get your best loss. And to me, that's what I want to see. I want to see commitment to know that that's almost like a guarantee it's going to be big. But if you're not putting any energy into it in the first week, you're not going to have that good results. You're going to have results, but not the ones that make you like, hey, say, yes, I did it. So that's where I'm at. Yes, I did it. Okay, I go to bed. I got 2 more videos. As you know, I do 3 parts on these videos to appeal to whatever audience that you want. So I'm pretty happy. It's late, and good night. See you tomorrow.